Now, what have you got there now? I can hear you saying. Well, I thought this was rather funny, to be honest with you. What I've got is 4 of these, apart from my shadow there, because I've got the light behind me, because I'm stupid. But I've got 4 of these cheap clock and humidity and temperature gauge thingamajigs. Now, the problem is, they're all different. This one is reading 19.4 degrees, that one reads 19, that one reads 19.6, and that one reads 18.1. Now, the thing is, they've been out here now for about 10 minutes. The temperature out in here is probably, oh, it's definitely cold. It's probably about 10 or so degrees. It's fairly nippy. But they're showing a different temperature. They have been indoors, where it's 21 degrees, but they've been in here for about 10 minutes, and they're slowly going down. But what I can't work out is, shouldn't they all be going down at the same rate? They're next to each other. They've been next to each other for a while now, about 10 minutes. For some reason that one's reading 52% humidity, 46, 46, and 44. The 44 and 46s you can probably understand. There's going to be some differ in the the way that it senses the humidity. But 52, what's going on there? And well, they're getting closer on the temperature now. But what I couldn't work out was I've also got different thermometer temperature gauge things. Oh, better unlock the door first. I've got one in every room in the house, but when I ordered them ones, I forgot, I didn't realise they were coming from China and were going to take like 4 weeks, so I ordered these ones that come next day. Now, I've got one of these in each room in the house. These model, HTC 6, and the other ones are HTC 1s. These ones show, what this is reading, and they're fairly consistent. But then you've got these other ones, they're completely different to what the other ones show. And I don't know what's going on there. But they're even different to themselves. 17.1 on that one now, and 18.4, 18, and 18. Well, them ones are nearly consistent. We'll leave them to settle right down to where they're going to stay, because they're moving at the minute, they're going down as you can see. We'll leave them to settle, and see where they all settle at. Well then, you can probably tell now by the time on some of them, those times are correct. That one's wrong. These ones are correct. It's been a few hours now, at least. They've well and truly settled down. I really need to move me light, really, but there you go. They've well and truly settled down now. Let's see if I can make it a bit better by moving them like that. Yeah. That one says 13.8, 13.9, which, fair enough. Point. It's not a problem, is it? 14.5. What's going on there then? And 13.8. So they're all pretty consistent now, apart from that one at 14.5. I don't know what the hell's going on now. And then we've got 68% humidity, 60, so there's 8 on that, I don't really understand why it's like that. 61 and 57. They're all next to each other in exactly the same environment. They're exactly the same model. I don't know why they're all different like that. I mean, obviously, different temperature gauges, different makes, different models, ages of them are going to vary. But these are all exactly the same model. So something gives me the impression here that the components probably used inside these are the cheapest and worst components in the world. But there you go. These are from Amazon. I don't know who actually sold them, no idea. But what one do you rely on? Are they even right, really? I mean, is it really 13.8 degrees? Well, let's go and get a proper thermometer and find out, shall we? Well, this is a thermometer that I've got outside. I know it's going to be a bit colder outside because you've got the wind chill factor and all that rubbish. But that's reading about 14 and a half, nearly 15 degrees. That being 20 and that being 10. So I reckon that 14.5 one is the correct one and all the others are wrong. What do you reckon? Even now the temperature on them has changed, and the time has taken me to come outside and go back in again. We've gone up to 14 on that one, 14.7 on that one, which that one's probably the closest one to what that thermometer outside reads, I reckon, because that was nearly at 15, wasn't it? So, and those ones are not even at 14 yet. So yeah, man, I don't know what really what one to rely on. I don't know what the one in here reads, but the one in here will be a bit higher because I've got the little heater on and I like to keep it nice and warm in here. 17.2, 52% humidity. Let's see what happens if I take this one out. This is the next model up. There's no real method behind my experimenting here, it's just I thought it was a bit random that they're all different. The reason I bought all the same ones, because I wanted one in each room, and I could have bought different models, but I thought no, I'll get them all the same, because then they'll all be the same, wouldn't they? You know, whatever they read, they'll all, you know, they'll all be accurate to each other at least, if you know what I'm trying to say. But they're all different. So this one is the next HTC 6, yeah? These ones are HTC 1s. They're the same make, same manufacturer, but just this is a newer model, a higher model as such. It's got a backlit display. I think that's probably the only difference. Oh, and it displays a date down there. It was like £1 dearer. So at the minute it's 17.6. So I'm going to leave it a little while and see if it settles down. See what they say against each other. Pardon me. Right, here we are. See the reflection on my lights. I've left it here. It's been about half an hour. This one's now settled down. So we've got 14, 14.4, 15, 14.1. We have here 14.3, 59% humidity. Come on, bloody shadow. 59% humidity, 67% humidity, 59, so that one matches, 60 and 57. That one is wildly out. What's going on then? It must be cheap components, I suppose. I'm not going to take them apart because well, I'm going to say I'm going to use them, but I just have to remember that they're a couple of degree out and a bit percentage out on the humidity, I suppose. But there you go. I thought that was quite amusing, really. Teach me a lesson to not buy cheap stuff, wouldn't it? If I bought a more expensive actual brand, you know, thermometer and humidia, whatever they're called, humidometer, whatever they're called, I don't know. Then probably would have the right readings, but never mind, eh?